Hey, 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 it's Dr. Day. Just popping on here just to share something practical with you, just something to think about. Like I always say, food for thought. I like to look at judge shows, and the majority of the ones lately that I've been noticing are really dealing with relationships. And to this particular one today, I was looking at it and I forgot which one of the judges. I was looking at the lady brought the man on there because she met him online. Okay. Then they got together and they moved in together. And as soon as they moved in together, he told her he got a job up in Boston and they were living in Louisiana. And so he moved to Boston. So she uprooted herself. I don't know if she got another job or she left her job, but nevertheless, she moved on to Boston and they got an apartment together. And within a couple of months while they were there, he decides he wants to go back to Louisiana. So she was bringing him on the show to sue him for moving destination, back to Louisiana. And in the process, after the end of the show, after, of course, she lost the case because the judge was telling her that nobody put a gun to her head and no one told her she had to do this, but she did it be all for the sake of love. And so at the end, they usually have their little 2 minute spill that the bailiff asked, do you have anything to say? And she was saying that you broke my heart. And he said, I just fell out of love with you. And it had me to thinking. And of course, I like my props. So I have this tower, what is it called? Tumbling tower game. And then if you ever played it and you stack the pieces up and then you pull pieces and, try not to let it fall. But it kind of made me think about how relationships are. Relationships are you meet someone and you're standing tall and, you feel like you love them. And then all of a sudden they snatch something out from under you and the relationship crumbles. And as I was thinking about the lady, she wanted to blame him, but you have to take accountability for yourself. You can't blame anyone for someone giving you, for lack of a better term, a bunch of hogwash, and you found yourself because you emotions are all involved. So you uproot yourself and you decide go follow someone. Then you get there and he finds out that you're not his cup of tea like he thought it was, and then maybe I don't know how many months into the relationship maybe they had sexual things. I guess they had to because they moved in together. And then after he got what he wanted or she got what she wanted, then they want to move on. But one of the things I thought about is how people always want to throw around the love word, I love you. And the four-letter word is just used in so many ways and for various reasons. And people really don't understand the true essence of love. And as I'm beginning to learn that the more I read the Word of God, I found out that God, of course, is love, but also the fact that I am love because I am made in the image after his likeness. And so, because Jesus is love and the love was in him, because he always showed compassion and love to people, that because I'm made in his image after his likeness, then I am a little God with divine nature. So, love already exists within me. I just have to know how to tap into that love. And if you think about it, in the beginning of creation, God created the world and all the creatures in the world, and he created Adam and Eve to take care of his creations, but to love his creations. So they were born with the ability to love, and to humanity fell, of course, with Eve eating the apple, and all that. Well, this is what happens to many of us. We don't know that love is already in us. We are created in the image after the likeness of Jesus. So we have love in us. So when you don't recognize that you have love in you, how can you give someone else love? And the same on vice versa for the individual. If they don't know that love is already in them, how are they able to reciprocate love and give love back? Love is already divine in you. It's already in you, but you have to know how to tap into it, like I said. And so, because this lady was devastated, she became broken in her mind, her mental capacity, in her heart, and everything. She just, felt that she was broken. And this is what happened to many of us. Oftentimes, we look at rather more what's wrong with us than what's right with us. And, Jesus wants his love to define us, okay? Instead of us defining our reality of love in our terms of brokenness. In other words, because we're made in the image after Jesus and as a likeness, we are love and we receive love. And when he went to the cross, that was the love that was redeemed. We were redeemed for love. And so until you understand that you don't give another individual the power of your love, because they're two broken people trying to get into a relationship, and neither one of them know what love is. And in order to give love, you have to know what love is, and you have to know that love is in you. And all the love that's in you gives you the strength and the compassion to love other people. And when you're loving other people and you know how to treat people, and when you know that love is in you and God created this love within you, you're able to not allow people to give you a bunch of hogwash and to feed you anything and not give you back love. And so this is why people go around in relationships and relationship. It's like a revolving door. There no healing, and they are in the flesh. See, the flesh easily makes you think that you have real love, but when you are in a relationship and it's relational just for fleshly purposes, that is false love. And it appears exciting, it can be exuberating, you can have all these emotions and these feelings, but it's false love, because that love that someone is giving you is not a true and pure love, simply because they don't know who they are in love. They don't know the love that's in them is the love that God, the Father, put in them. So they're coming on a surface level, and you're receiving on a surface level. And until everything is going fine, and then all of a sudden that tower crumbles right beneath you, then you're broken and you feel like you can't be repaired. But you can always, things that are broken can always be repaired. And how do you be repaired? Be repaired by knowing who you are in Jesus. Like this shirt I have on says Jesus girl forever. I am a Jesus girl. I love myself some Jesus. Why? Because I know that Jesus loves me. He is the pure essence of love, and he put the love in me to love him back. And because now, and did I always notice? No. And I'm not going to sit here and say I did. I was one of those individuals that was going around in relationship. I was one of those individuals always, falling down and being broken and feeling, that I was unworthy to receive love. And that was because I didn't know that I was loved. That love is already in me. It's in, like you said, at the belly, deep down in the crevices of your soul. Love is you, because God put love in you when you were yet formed in your mother's womb. You were created with love. The love that God, manifests and put you on the potter's wheel and made you who you are. Even in all your imperfections, you still, God, when he was making you, he took an essence of his love and put it in you. And so with this essence of love that's in you, you're able to give out love, and you'll know how to receive love. So, and until you understand that love is a part of you, There is no this, you got to do this, or you have to meet up to my standards, you have to meet up to my expectations. None of that. Nobody should be telling you that this is what I want. How I want to say, no one should be saying to you, this is the way I want you to love me. Can't nobody dictate and tell you how to love them. Because if you have the true essence, and the true essence that love is already in you, you don't have to listen to nobody else. You just reciprocate and show the love. But when someone is telling you this is how I want to be loved, is because they don't know who they are in the love of God. They don't know that the love that they want is already in them, and they don't have to go tell nobody else how to give them love. And unfortunately, because we're in a humanity form, we're living in false love. False love is emotional. It's sexual gratification. We want people to always give us a little tinkle in our ear, and want us to say stuff, want them to say stuff that'll make the flesh uh, tingle and all that stuff. That's a false love. The real love is to know that Jesus created you in love, and that you are a part of love, and that the love he has for you is redeemed, of nothing but love when he went to the cross. So we have to be, ladies. I can only speak for ladies, and men, you can take this too with a grain of salt. But ladies, I have to speak to you, and stop trying to love someone who is incapable of loving themselves, because they don't know how to love, because they don't know that love is already in them. It's not something that you can conjure up. It's nothing that you pull from the sky. It's already embedded deep down in you, because you were created by love, and you were created to love, and you were created to give love. And there's no stipulations. There's no ABC. This is the correct way. The only way is to know that love is already in you. Love is deep down in you. The divine nature of God is already in you. You were created in the image after his likeness. So the characteristics that he have of love is already in you. You just have to know how to tap into the spirit to find out what the true essence of love is, and how to give that love, and then how to receive it. Because when Jesus was walking this earth, he was full of love. He had compassion, and he had to have compassion the way people were treating him. And all he wanted to do was to show love, and to give strength to people, and give them hope, in a future. But because people are so discombobulated, I guess, for lack of a better word, and people all in their feelings, and people all in their flesh, they didn't know how to receive the love that he was having. But he was essence of love. He was love. He was just coming here to show people who we are, because all the characteristics that he have, we possess those same characteristics. Why? Because it said we were made in his image after his likeness. So that's why Jesus came. He came to show us that we are little gods that have this love, the capacity to love. you know we were created and designed by God for love and to receive love. That's what Jesus came on the scene to tell us. Love is already in us. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to ask for it. But if you don't know that love is already in you, that love is a part of you, then you will be going around that revolving circle. You will be going around that revolving door. You'll be in relationship and relationship after relationship. And then you want to, like I be looking at one of those, shows, and people are just, trying to find love, search for love, join this love, and just all kind of stuff, when they don't really understand. You don't have to do all of that. Love is already in you. And when you recognize that love is already in you, then you're able to give love. And like I said, to receive love. But because you put all these stipulations and A, B, C, and you got your little list about what you want, he tall, dark, handsome, green, purple, orange, blue, whatever your little list like you have, and you're checking off all this list, those are just outer surface. Those are just, the things on the outside that don't last. But until you understand what's in the inside of you is what's going to last, because what's in you is love. You have to know how to tap into it, understand the true nature of who you are. And until you understand who you are in God, and that you were created by God, and that you have the divine divinity of the things and the characteristics of God, you're not going to find that love. And when two people get together and they both broken, what do you think is going to happen? The relationship is going to tumble, because you got two people who are confused, two people that don't know what love is, two people that don't know how to give love, two people who got expectations. I need you to be like this, and I need you to wear this, I need you to eat this, and I need you to go here, and da 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 da. Like I said, you got this whole list of expectations on another human being, and you don't even know who you are. So you're projecting what you think love is, and it's false and it's not true, onto someone else. And because they don't meet up to your expectations, then you're out of love with them. So then you go into another revolving door to another relationship, and the cycle just keeps over and over and over. But until you understand that love is in you, you are love. You are love. Love is your divine nature that's already in you, because why? You're made in the image after his likeness. So you can stand tall. And when someone, as soon as you get in a relationship and you find out that that individual do not know who they are, in the capacity and what they hold to love and to be loved, then that's a red flag, green, purple, orange. That's telling you this person don't know who they're true, who they are. They don't know that they're made in their image after likeness. And it's unfortunately most people in the world, walking around, they're not reading the word of God. They don't even know what that means. They might have heard somebody say that out of the tip of their tongue, and they might have heard it in passing. But you got to truly understand that when you know that love is your divine nature and it's already in you, you can be like this towel, and you will not tumble, and you will not fall on every whim, on every, smooth saying, talking individual that comes in and gives you a sweet word and make you feel good and all that. All that is fleshly stuff. All that is false love. That is not real love. That's not the love that God created back in Genesis. Like I said, he created the world, and he put man and woman in there to love his creations, love one another, and to understand who they are in the nature of love. So if you don't understand that you are love, that you are divine nature, you represent love, that you were created for love, and that you were redeemed by love through Jesus Christ, and even in your brokenness, there's nothing that cannot be fixed, that Jesus cannot fix, that Jesus will not fix. People think that they're beyond brokenness. No, you're not beyond brokenness. You just have to understand who you are, and the qualifications, I guess, for lack of a better word, or the possessions of what you have within you. You have to understand that. And until you understand that, you will not be able to give love, because you got the wrong expectations of love. You're looking at people for the wrong reason. You're looking on the outer surface. You're not looking in the individual and the spirit of that person. And you will recognize, and you will know when you meet someone who knows that they have the divine nature of God in them, because they will treat you like God will treat you. They will not mistreat you and misabuse you. They will not break your heart. They will not crumble and make you, fall down. No, I'm not saying that we're perfect, But we walk in the statues, of God. If you know the statues of God, if you know the divine nature that you really have and you possess within, then you can tap in it, and you too will not be hurting people, because you know how it feels to be hurt and how it feels to be broken. So I just came on here for, I don't know how long I've been talking, for a few minutes, to let you know that you are not beyond brokenness. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not capable of loving. Don't let nobody tell you you can't be loved. Just take a sea lion moment, get with Jesus, know Jesus, and know that you were created to love and you were redeemed by his love. He went to the cross. He had to sacrifice his life in order to get people to understand. And we still don't understand the true nature of how we possess love within us. That's a real, pure love, and not a false love that, the world shows us. TV, society, social media, everything wants to portray how love is. That's not love, that's false love. The true love is knowing that without a shadow of a doubt. Don't nobody have to convince you. Don't nobody have to tell you. You know, with a shadow of a doubt, that you are Jesus girl or you are Jesus boy, because you have the divinity of love that's already in you, so that you can give back to love, give back love to those who are willing to receive the love, the pure love, the real love. I'm not talking about false love that, first night stands and, people say, I love you until they get what they want and then they move on. This is what this world is. It's just a revolving door, revolving cycle. And we're seeing so many people, ladies, who are standing tall, who might have their own worth, their own ministry, their own job, their own house, their own car. I know all those things are material things, but you're standing tall, and you've been standing tall, and you've been walking, and you've been developing yourself, and you've been finding who you are. And it's just because you're lonely, and we want, somebody to gratify the flesh and to hold us. We all want, somebody to hold us. But it's just as soon as someone come and they do all the things that we want and make us feel good, what we do is we put our guards down, and the next thing you know, we're tumbling. We're no longer standing tall. We're tumbling, and then we're in shame, and then we're in condemnation. And you don't have to be that. You can be healed beyond brokenness, and the healing comes through Jesus Christ, the Redeemer. That's where the healing comes from. Not a man, not a woman. But if you understand, like I said, that the true essence of love is already in you, because you're made in his image after his likeness, then you can withstand, and you won't fall for the okie dokie like you used to fall before. And then you will stand back up and be this tower. And then when someone come and try to pull one of those little pegs out from you again, you'll know, oh buddy, that ain't happening this time. So y'all, on that note, Dr. Day just stopped by to tell you a little practical thing, something to think about, that you are loved. Why? Because love resides in you. You are the divine nature of love. You were created in his image. He was love. He was created in the image of the Father. The Father was love. All three of us unite together in love. Just know that you are divine in nature, and that love resides in you, and you don't no longer have to settle for second best. You don't have to stay broken. You are beyond brokenness. You don't have to settle for false love no more. The real love is the love of Jesus Christ, and He redeemed you by loving you and redeemed you to be love and to share that love to others, to this dying world. And the only way that you can do it is you got to know that the divine nature of love already resides in you. So, y'all, on that note, Dr. Day says, I see you and I love you.